I really thought I'd dodged a bullet by not having to follow the speakers at InnerTalks 1. You guys have made it real tough for me. It's a real privilege to stand on this stage today to follow those 4 guys. There's 4 things I want you to take away from my talk today. You need to get some fire in your belly. You need to make some non-negotiables in your life. You need to have goals upon goals. And I want you all to realize what we're doing here in the gym is a reflection of who we are and what we do outside of the gym. But before I start, I want to thank Marcus for the opportunity to speak, and thank you all for coming to listen. As I said, I was lucky enough to be at the last talk. Many of our speakers are here from last month, and I really enjoyed it. When Marcus asked me to talk, at first I was privileged, and then really confused. I didn't understand it. For those of you that don't know, outside of this gym, I spend my life running a company that has portfolio managers, investment managers, financial advisors. And I couldn't understand why you guys would want to come up and listen to me talking about standard deviation, asset allocation, alpha, beta, and the importance of life insurance. I've seen Marcus's pyramids of success downstairs. There's no mention of money in it at all. And then it dawned on me, I've also got a story. I often forget it, but I don't forget the lessons. Marcus wants me to tell you the story. The story's not important. What's important is to take away those lessons. Get some fire in your belly. Make some non-negotiables in your life. Make goals upon goals. And remember, what we're doing here reflects what we do outside of there. My story, for the purposes of today, starts 15 years ago. I used to suffer. I suppose it never leaves us. I still suffer a little bit with depression. Okay? And I'm not talking about the sort of depression you get waking up in the morning being an England cricket fan. Okay? I'm talking about the sort of depression you get when you wake up in the morning wishing you hadn't. 15 years ago, after a particularly bad episode of this, I find myself on life support, Royal Bournemouth Hospital. 3 days. On the 4th day, I'm ready to leave hospital. Oh no, not as simple as that. I then get taken to a psychiatric hospital. I'm there for 4 weeks. It's not a fun place to be, okay? Now here's the thing about hospitals like this. They don't group people together in bands, all the depressed people over there, thank God, all the alcoholics over here, or the drug addicts over there, or the bipolar here, or the paranoid schizophrenics over here. It's all mixed together in shared rooms. It's a scary place, okay? The first week I spent like this. My God, what am I doing? Why am I here? The second week, actually I began to get better because I could think, gee, I'm not as bad as that girl. But wow, I haven't got it as bad as him. My God, isn't this better? After 4 weeks, I managed to persuade them that I was no longer a risk to myself, or more importantly, no longer a risk to society, and I checked myself out. I'll tell you why I checked myself out now. I checked myself out to prove a point and to go back to my house to spite the person that I was sharing my house with at the time. I wanted to make their life uncomfortable, okay? That's the first point. Get some fire in your belly. Get some drive to make you do something and take an action. I want you to get fire in your belly. I'd be really happy if it's for much better motivational purposes than spite and anger, but if that's what it takes, use it. Okay. So now I'm back in my house. Brilliant. Where do I go from here? I've got to set some goals. I've got to set some targets. What am I going to do? I don't know. If you'd asked me 15 years ago, what would I be doing now? There's no way on earth I'd say I'd be stood in front of a room of people here today giving a motivational speech. There's no way that I could have dreamt I was going to meet the girl that I was going to marry, later start a family with, that we'd move overseas, we'd set up a family home, we'd start some businesses, I'd work in Asia, in the Middle East, in London, I'd send my son through some of the best schools in the UK. No way on earth I'd have even dreamt that. My first and immediate goal was to brush and floss my teeth twice a day for 2 weeks. I figured if I could do that for 2 weeks, the habit would stick. Pleased to report it did, okay? So that's the good thing. That was my first non-negotiable. Imagine the power you get when you make a decision that whatever happens, I'm going to do that. We can do that. I want you to choose some non-negotiables in your life. Okay? I hope it's better than brushing your teeth, because that really should be a given. But that's where I was at. It might be go to the gym 5 times a week. It might be run 10K every day. It might be as simple in your personal life as reading a bedtime story to your child every day. It might be kiss your wife, kiss your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or all of the above every day. Okay? But you've got to get some fire in your belly, make some non-negotiables in your life. Then you need some goals. You need to build on these goals. Okay, I'm not happy with this anymore. That's not enough. How am I going to get to where I'm at now, running marathons, playing international rugby, flying all over the world, traveling to see the world? My next stage, after brushing and flossing my teeth, cook a meal for myself every day and consequently eat it. Now, guess what? I know you don't think I miss many meals, but at the time it wasn't so good. All right? Anyone that's seen me eat will be testament to that. So that's how we build it. You need goals upon goals upon goals upon goals. Marcus is one of the best in the world that I know of about setting goals. If you need help setting goals and working out how to do them, speak to him. Okay? You need immediate-term goals, short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals, and life goals. And as we said, get on and do them. Get on and do them. Second chance. Everybody's got a second chance when they walk out of here today. Get on and do it, okay? So, don't make the mistake I made last year when I made my goal to do the marathon. I did the Dubai Marathon. Very good. Happy with that. Thank you very much. I made the mistake of not having a goal afterwards. Where did I find myself in December before I went away on holiday? 15 kilos heavier than I was when I finished the marathon. Not a great place to be. That's why I've been busting my backside for the last 6 weeks in here to try and fix that. And thanks to the help from all the guys that I'm training with and the coaches, gradually it's beginning to work. I've got goals, yes. So, you need fire in your belly. You need to make some non-negotiables in your life. And you need to set some goals and have goals upon goals. Final thing I want to say, really important. What we do in here and how we work in here is a reflection of what we do and who we are outside. How hard am I willing to work? How easy do I give up? How well do I count my reps? Guess what? If I'm running 100 meters, I'm running 100 meters. I'm not doing 99.5. I am going to put my foot on that line or over that line before I turn. How do we talk to ourselves internally? How do we talk to those around us? Am I going to say to myself before I preach the bar, I can't do this? And when I'm lifting it, am I going to say, don't stop, don't stop? Or am I going to say, yeah, I can do this? And am I going to say, keep going, don't stop, keep going? It's the same, right? Very different. So now when I'm talking to you guys or I'm asking people to talk to me, I don't want to hear the word stop at all, unless the buzzer goes. I want to hear keep going. Okay? When I'm counting my reps and putting them on the board, I promise you it's going to be the right number and it's going to be a full rep. It doesn't matter what I put on the board when I think nobody's looking. What really matters is what I put on the board when I know nobody's looking. Because I need to be honest with myself. I need to keep my own promises before I can look anybody in the eye and be honest with them and keep promises to them. Get some fire in your belly. Make some non-negotiables in your life, make goals upon goals, and remember, what we do in here reflects who we are and what we do outside of that. That's it. Thank you.